All right, here in round two, we've got the choice again, playing first. And no blue mana, but pretty tempted to keep this one. Worked out for us pretty well last time, and we do have 9 sources of blue, and any land we can play the captain. Yeah, I think it's worth keeping. I mean, 4 of our 9 blue sources are coming to play tapped, so that is a bit of a dilemma. I guess a lot of our mana base is actually into the battlefield tapped. 6 of our 17 lands into the battlefield tapped. That's certainly a significant amount, but if we draw it here, we're good. All right. Well, that certainly works for me. So now we've got some options. We can do captain next turn, which I think I am going to do. I don't need to blow up my embodiment of spring just yet. I'm eventually going to have to find a swamp off of it, but for now I'm pretty content with just letting them chill. Got a nice Valley Dasher block too, which is pretty cool. All right, there's our final red mana necessary. Let's just play the captain and pass. I'm really not in a huge rush to blow up our embodiment of spring just yet. All right, likely a Mardu deck. All right, some trumpet blasty stuff potentially going down. All right, now I'm kind of tempted to forest plus morph, outlast plus morph, I mean, because getting the trample seems good. Alternatively, I can Swiftwater Cliffs outlast, leave that back, but then he gets in. He probably gets in anyway if he has Trumpet Blast, but let's just outlast, let's forest and morph this guy and pass. Which I think is fine. If he attacks with everything, I'm just going to block with the morph. Because I'll trade a goblin and a morph dude for a trumpet blast. I think that's a fair exchange. He is, as expected, Mardu. We've got the treasure cruise to rebuild our hand, which is certainly nice here. And we have the Sultai Charm for nice removal value. All right, Valley Dasher. Well, he doesn't have Trumpet Blast mana, so I guess I'm not overly concerned about that. Opponent definitely strikes me as a Rush of Battle or Trumpet Blast deck, though. Right off the gates, right out of the gates here. All right, so embodiment on a Valley Dasher and morph on a token seems fine to me. He has a pump effect. It's kind of a bummer, but not the end all be all. Could do collateral damage. Yeah, all right. So we're gonna have a harder time getting our black source, but we've got the treasure cruise, which I think is gonna help quite a bit with that. So not exactly in an emergency situation yet. All right, I think that we unmorph here now and get in for 3 unblockable and pass. Could have removal for our Tuskguard captain, but it's a risk at this point I'm willing to take. All right. Think I blocked this Swift Spear? It's kind of tough. Three, four. Trying to think of pump spells. I think I'm going to block the Swift Spear. This might be wrong. I guess we'll find out shortly. Yeah, unfortunately it panned out the worst way possible, but these things happen. You have to accept them when they do. Warflare's a new card that I forgot to play around, so pretty unfortunate outcome there, given the circumstances. I'm going to have to get ready. I'm going to have to prepare myself to start playing around cards like Warflare. So pretty disappointed with how that turned out, as I mentioned before, but these things happen. I accept them, and I move on. So definitely the worst possible outcome that could have happened just happened, but so be it. All right, Horde Chief, pretty big deal. We're likely dead to another Warflare or Trumpet Blast, so kind of wish I had like Barrage of Boulders or something. But all right, well, Aerialist is a good draw, so we'll bust that out. At this point, we're just trying to keep up with his board presence and not die to Trumpet Blast. So he attacks with everything. I think we Mystic on Horde Chief, River Wheel on Swift Spear maybe, Embodiment on Dasher. Not dead to Trumpet Blast, not dead to Warflare. But pretty close. So, yeah, I don't think we can win now, unfortunately. Both the Warflare into the Trumpet Blast was pretty bad news bears for us. Let's see. Treasure Cruise. Yeah, just not enough. All right. Well, surely kicking myself now for that bonehead Tuskguard captain play. So living in a pool of regret at the moment, but that's okay. We'll figure out in game 2. All right. Wasn't going to be able to do anything anyway, but I appreciate the free information. Okay, well that sucked. Hopefully we'll do better next time around here. Let's see if we can't gear ourselves better for the hyper aggro deck. Mystic's probably not going to be that good in this match. I think Inoc Guide's probably going to be better. Why is it going to be better? It's better because it's cheaper. Reality Shift doesn't seem all that good. Shifting Loyalties certainly doesn't either. Could be I have too much expensive stuff. Not sure I can do much about that. Really wish I had Barrage of Boulders. Flock doesn't even seem all that good. I think we just try again, and hopefully I make better decisions this time around. Let's see, green, blue. Yeah, I guess we keep it. It's admittedly a little bit slow, but we've got some life gain to mitigate some of the damage we may lose early, and this hand could pan out for us well if we can find an untapped land. Infiltrator could give us some really nice early blocks. So I guess we'll open with the blue mana. Yeah, so I guess we play Highlands and Ghost Fireblade. That's not a Ghost Fireblade. I think on Outpost Siege we're likely doing dragons. Since he's got all the tokens, at least we can punish him for his attacks more, I think. Infiltrator being our first creature is pretty nice. He does have the Valley Dasher, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. If he doesn't have a good, solid answer for our Infiltrator, we're in good shape. If he uses collateral damage here, it's not that big of a deal. It's one less burn spell to our face and 2-for-1s himself. Certainly wouldn't mind if he didn't, but it's likely Outpost Siege is too slow for this matchup, but I'm a sucker for rares, I guess. Mardu Charm could take care of the Infiltrator as well. Alright, Morph, not a big deal at all, so should have actually not played the Morph until after he attacked with Valley Dasher. Oh, well, now it makes perfect sense. Okay, so he's getting in for some damage. I still think we're in okay shape here, so we're going to attack with our Infiltrator, get a couple guys. And this turn's actually going to be really nice. So we get in with Infiltrator, get 2 Manifest dudes. Land an Infiltrator, of course. So now we can do Tuskguard Captain, equip our Infiltrator. Or we can equip... I guess we can do either one. I don't have to play a Tuskguard Captain either, but I like the option of outlasting next turn if I so desire. Right into being makes our mana slightly better, though. Let's play Captain, and I think we're going to equip our Infiltrator. Um, so 3 mana could have the Trumpet Blast. I think that's okay though. I want to get in with my Infiltrator. So anyway, so this seems fine. I mean, granted, I'm not blocking with my 4/4, but the ability to get in with my Infiltrator seems too good to pass up. And Trumpet Blast here doesn't even matter. He's basically like 1 for 3 for 1ing himself, sort of. Yeah. So like we trade off a land manifest and a Tuskguard captain for 2 of his dudes and a Trumpet Blast. I get to get in with my Infiltrator. Get another free dude. Re-equip my Infiltrator again. Play Eclipse. Equip my Infiltrator. And pass. I mean, I guess we're kind of showing him where the Infiltrator is by equipping it again, but maybe I'm tricking him. Maybe I'm playing a big trick on him. If we draw a land next turn, we can play right into being plus Mandrills, which is certainly not to be overlooked. Or we can unmorph the Infiltrator plus. Alright. Not too concerned about that. Let's see what we get here. Land. Certainly wouldn't even mind a, well, I was going to say a black mana, but alright, so we did get the land, which means we can do right into being Mandrills this turn, but I think we're more likely just swinging for the fences with both, unmorphing this, than playing right into being, I think. I mean, granted, he can gain some life back, but if he's got War Flare, make him play it, I guess. It's one of our few black manas, something to keep in mind. Bit worrisome there. Alright, let's undo this guy. Get in, manifest. I think I'm actually going to equip my Force Away one now. Could actually play the right into being, but, well, maybe the right into being is right then. Force Away or right into being? Well, let's do the right into being. It's kind of interesting what this does. It makes my Mandrills cheaper next turn, which I like, and it essentially still puts 4 power on the board. All right, I guess neither of these cards really matter, so do the Highlands and bottom this. So if we were to War Flare, this would become a 5/4. So I guess I just double block with a Force Away and a Rugged Highlands if he attacks. Concession. Very cool. All right, well, Infiltrator played pretty excellent for us this time around. Our opponent's deck is very good. It's very aggressive. Definitely wish I had more early plays. Rakshas's a Death Dealer. I still just don't think it's quite good enough. I wouldn't mind having a Flock. I see the value of it, but that's going to be challenging too. All of our late game is so good. I mean, maybe there's an argument for Flock over Stalker, but maybe the Outpost Siege is really just that slow where I don't even want it. And then I cut all my red mana. I mean, it does take care of tokens reasonably well, but I don't know what I bring in for it. Like a Mystic doesn't even... I don't need to get aggressive against my opponent. I don't think that's how I win. But Flock is kind of underwhelming too. Death Dealer is just too color intensive in the wrong way. Will of the Naga might actually be a pretty good one, but he has tokens, which makes it less attractive. Icy Blast might actually be pretty good, but do I want to run that over Outpost Siege? Maybe. I mean, Outpost Siege isn't like horribly bad against him, but it's pretty slow. Icy Blast actually gives me... I think I'm going to do the Icy Blast over the Outpost Siege, and then we'll cut the red mana because it's just unnecessary. So we'll bring in 2 forests, 2 islands. All right. Yeah, I think the Outpost Siege is just too cute in this matchup and just not quite good enough. The Icy Blast at least gives us some good options against like Warflare and Trumpet Blast and stuff like that. I guess it doesn't stop the Trumpet Blast, but being able to lock down his group could be really nice for us. So let's do that. Uh, 1 mana. It is blue though. I guess I keep it. If I draw a green source, I can play the Mystic. If I draw any lands, I can eventually play Mystic. I think I gotta keep it. It's a 1-lander, which is dangerous, I admit, but the embodiment seems actually pretty relevant against my opponent as well. I can hope to hit a land here too. Very good. All right, so feeling a lot better about the keep now, of course, but let's drop our embodiment here and all right, he's off to the races here. Embodiment number 2 is not bad either. Well, at least he didn't play a 3rd land, I guess. So if we get an island off the top now, it'd be really good for us. I'd like it if he missed his land drop. That'd be, well, not only did he not miss his land drop, but he's got all 3 lands and a really good turn progression. So certainly a challenging match. He's not making it easy for us at all. That was the ideal draw since we get embodiment now. And I can drop the Mystic too, but I more likely am blowing up one of my embodiments for I guess, 2nd green mana. Still feels like my opponent's just got a grip full of cards. And he has the Horde Ambusher too? Jeez. Alright. Good. Pretty impressive start. And he's got Mardu Scout in his hand. My opponent's hand is really not what I want to see him having right now. So we're taking 3. Do I have to blow up the embodiment yet? I guess I don't have to, but... Jeez. I don't like this at all. Really don't like this. What does 4 mana give me? Nothing really. Let's just... I mean, we're in a pretty tough spot any way you slice it here. Alright, well, that's actually pretty reasonable. I think we pass again, as awkward as this is. And that way I can Grim Contest in response to like a Trumpet Blast. Guess I Grim Contest the Horde Ambusher. Unfortunately, you can dash with that stupid 3-1. My opponent just had too good of a start, I'm thinking. And I guess I did keep a 1-lander, so likely some of this is my own undoing, but it's tough. It's a tough match, man. Well, I guess I kill the well, do I want to kill the Mardu Scout? I kind of don't mind eating up his... Guess if I was going to Grim Contest, I should have done it during my turn, huh? Well, taking too much damage here. I think that we're going to actually blow up an embodiment this turn, so... Kind of wish I'd done it last turn now. Guess I can still Grim Contest, but then I'm going to lose my guy, so... Blow him up for a second green. Take just a ton of damage. See if I really want to land drop here. Guess at least he's missing his land drop, but land here would be ideal. Didn't get the land, but Tuskguard Captain's certainly a good one. So I can't morph and unmorph yet, which is unfortunate. But let's drop the Captain and pass. Could get blown out by a Trumpet Blast, of course, but I don't have any luxuries. I don't know what to say. Can't really play around it. That's Warflare mana. Ugh. Yeah, I think we're going to lose. Well, disappointing match, but I kept a 1-lander. It was a pretty ballsy keep, so certainly not thrilled with the outcome of this match, but these things happen, and I accept them frustratingly, of course, but I can't do anything about it. I have to resign myself to a loss. I don't like it. I really don't like it, but I just can't do anything about it. So, it sucks, but stuff happens. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's over. Yeah, land too late. Guess I play Rattleclaw Mystic. Unmorphed. See if he goes for the dash again. And then I Grim Contest his Heel Cutter. When he does... He's just got a grip full of cards too. I don't know how he could have such a such a developed board state and 6 cards in hand. So I guess the best I can hope for is, yeah, he gets double dash this turn too, which is just absurd. All right, he's doing that one. He's got Trumpet Blast mana too. Well, I guess Trumpet Blast doesn't affect the Grim Contest. Oh, this doesn't quite work the way I want it to. Well, we'll see. I was going to say probably would have been better to block the token and then Grim Contest the Mardu Scout. Yeah. Then I would have kept my Tuskguard Captain. I'm so not used to playing cards like Grim Contest that I got confused. But yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Alright. I guess we'll do the token instead. It's certainly not good, but lets me trade with the Scout. I don't know. I think we're dead is what it boils down to. I didn't do my blocks effectively. But regardless of that, our opponent just had way too good of a start. All it takes is a Valley Dasher into a Horde Chief, and the nightmares begin. God, our deck was obscene, too. I'm surprised how much we're struggling. Yeah, well. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We were going to die the next turn anyway, I think. Oh, did this not work? Oh, it did work. Oh, I see. It triggered post-combat, so. Rough match. Opponent's deck was very good. I'm unhappy he had such a good start, but those things happen. So hopefully we can do better in round 3 here.